FedEx up against Alaska in white, and FedEx in their familiar purple and white. Ali Peak is shopping around first possession of the ball game. Here's Mike Cortez, his pass to the wrong party. Vergel Meneses looks inside, quickly back from Codinera. Vergel is at the baseline, makes his move. That familiar jump of his produces nothing. Here's the cool cat, trying to cut up the inside, applies the brakes. Can't nail the shot. Jerry Codinera takes it away. Early run at the basket by both sides, but nothing in terms of production. Shannon, baseline. The import of Alaska has not touched the ball yet.
Well, that's very much patience coming from both teams so far.
Really in a rush to nail that first basket. Here's Alfredo. Hooks it over to Ali Peak. Squeezes the trigger. First 2 points of this basketball game are already registered. 10:45. That's the time we have left in this opening quarter, and as Norman pointed out, a win by talk and text against Santa Lucia, which led way up to the third quarter, but couldn't pull it through. That shot does not bite, and Ali Peak takes it away.
Well, actually, the talk and text team, they now have the best record in the league.
Yes.
They're 6-1.
Here's Ali Peak. Jerry Codinera is eyeing him closely. Aliado on court, can drop it in. Here's Jerry Codinera, snaps from the right flank.
Boy, the first 2 minutes, our shooting percentages are quite low.
Yes, one trip for every customer here. Aliado checks his sneakers, goes up, scores.
We always talk about secondary break or trying to get something off of early offense. That time Alaska was able to get the ball into the post. Ali Peak found the trailer, who was Don Ayado, who made a good move to the basket.
Smile naman, Lala Roque, kasi malapit na ang iyong Star Margarine courtside update. Go.
Ito, kanina pa ako nakasmile. 7, Coach Norman. Well, as you can see, Coach Bonnie Garcia is back. He just arrived yesterday. At kahapon lang din sila nag-practice with the FedEx team. At sinabi naman niya, and well, good news because his dad is stable when he left in the States. Pero so far daw nasa hospital pa siya. Pero ayaw niya isipin yan this time because itong game na to, they're treating it as a championship game. Kung hungry daw ang Alaska for this win, they're hungrier this time. And this has been my Star Margarine courtside update. Back to you, 7, Coach Norman.
Thank you very much. Lana Roque reporting from the sideline.
Well, FedEx, they're trying to stabilize their game as they have not scored yet. They're going to get a turnover here coming from Alaska. Oh, it's been so long.
Oh, really?
Actually, right before every game, you should feel nervousness. I mean, it's just like when you're a player, you feel a little bit nervous before the game. That's just the competitiveness coming out of you.
Sort of the body telling you, get ready. It's the alarm clock. Don't be scared. Just
actually, the curtain's getting ready to go up, and it's your turn to be in the spotlight.
Absolutely. In the meantime, FedEx trying to trim down this lead, but they mishandled the basketball.
And you always want to see that in a player. When he makes a mistake, he immediately says, my bad, my fault.
Off the post, Arrigo. And Vergel Meneses with the swift reply on the other end of the floor. Let's give you the score, 7-4. Alaska has a slight lead. 3-pointer with 8:20 to go. We are in the opening quarter.
Well, one thing you have to know about FedEx, after made and missed baskets, they will be looking to score immediately.
There's Shannon. Short pass over to Del Campo. Yancy can't make that move of his. Terrence unloads. And Shannon, with a good clear view of the hoop, gets his first basket.
So Alaska helping down on defense, not respecting the outside shooting of Shannon. If he starts hitting from the outside, he could be a very difficult player to stop.
I think that we saw that thing we saw early on in the first game he played here in the Philippines. He has some defensive skills. He is alert defensively. He bothered Fontaine on that shot. Fontaine kept thinking about the shot. You know, I really feel sometimes in a basketball game, some shots have to be automatic. You know, you can't think too much. And that really helped Alaska in their first win.
Well, he's a high percentage shooter basically because he takes good shots. And he's a high 30% shooter from 3 points, over 50% from 2 points, and over 80% from the foul line.
Here we go with the inbound after the 30-second timeout, that is. Here's Arrigo, whips it over to Aliado. Here's Ike Fontaine. We go downstairs. Arrigo is tied up at the baseline, but he creates, unable to sink it though. Yancy gets it. FedEx with a chance to jump into the lead. Shannon deep under the sea. He is clipped.
Oh, smart play by Shannon, coming down with the basketball instead of forcing it up there. Mandela wants free throw.
Yes, Cortez is whistled for that foul, his first of the game. Alaska still in the lead, 7-6, 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
One thing I've noticed about Alaska so far this conference is their assists are down a little bit compared to the first two conferences, and that last shot by Arrigo was pretty much a forced shot. Not something you really see from the Alaska players very often. Normally execution of their offense and really getting good shots at the basket.
There's a zealousness and over-eagerness at times by this young ball club. In the meantime, Ali Peak, as far as trying to get the shot nailed quickly. Aliado's in the box. That play seems to be working for Alaska.
And that's what I was talking about. When they execute, they get good open looks at the basket.
And Alaska maintains a 2-point lead, 9-7, 6:40 to go. Here's Theron Shannon. Goodbye, says the referee, because it's an offensive foul. In the meantime, the jumper, unable to sink. Here's Fontaine, whips it over to the Cool Cat. The Cat is on the prowl. Oh, he creates, but unable to get it with the left hand. 6 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. We are in the opening quarter. FedEx trying to tie up this first quarter. Berhel Meneses, umupo sa ere. Familiar na tira ni Berhel. Ayaw. He has time to read the magazine with that shot.
It's almost like he's sitting down in midair, huh?
Here's Cortez. Aliado in a spot that he likes. Yancy de Ocampo sticking it to him. But Aliado has collected 6 points in this quarter. Make that 7. The shot is short by Shannon. The finger roll, and he gets a double black eye because he ends up with a loose ball foul in the subsequent play.
Yes, that finger roll came up short, and now he has 2 personal fouls.
In the meantime, it is Alaska in front by 4.
Willie Arboleta has checked into the game for FedEx. He'll be running the point guard position.
And he's one player who has really played a long time for Bonnie Garcia, from his college days, his NBA days, and now here in the PBA. In the meantime, a foul underneath.
Suete Talagasi Ali Peak. He lost the handle of the basketball and was still able to regain it.
And Cotiniera is indeed whistled for the foul, his first, keeping you posted on the number of team fouls. 3 against FedEx, while Alaska has 1. Again, earlier today, Talk and Text winning against Santa Lucia, 89-81. We have Ali Peak taking care of the first gift shot.
That was a very exciting game, the first game, with Marlo Aquino and Dennis Espino playing well against Ali Talava.
Yes.
Big guys going at it in the first game.
Yes. In the meantime, Ali Peak taking care of 2 gift shots, and now Alaska maintains a 6-point lead. It's their biggest advantage so far. Timex is the official timer of the 2003 PBA games, as the sideline violation is committed. Do check out the nearest Timex outlet for the newest Timex watch collections this October.
Well, take a look at the matchups on the floor. You have Arrigo against Meneses. That's a pretty good matchup there. Isaac Fontaine is actually guarding a big guy. He's guarding Jerry Cardenera.
Early report on the shooting on your screens. Jerry falls away, bounces out, Alaska looking to stretch their current advantage of 6 points. Cortez using Peak's shield. Into the top of the triangle we go. Everybody fading away. Ali Peak momentarily isolated. Aliado gotcha, says Don Aliado. Omanzi Rodriguez biting into the fishing expedition.
Well, Omanzi saying he jumped into me. But the referees deemed that was a foul on Omanzi.
Good start by Don Carlos Aliado, and he already has 7 points. He got that first foul on Rodriguez, which is now the 4th team foul of FedEx in the quarter. Aliado taking care of free throw number 1, and it's time to talk about home, I guess, for the imports. How's the food lately?
A lot of American restaurants here in the Philippines, so they should have no problem with food.
In the meantime,
what a shot.
Rafael Jimenez creating, Omanzi hooking, and Aliado clearing. Here comes Arrigo. He's looking up front, looking at the wings. Decides to go to Fontaine, who uncorks a 3. That's enough to give Alaska a double-digit advantage, 18-7. FedEx says, time to talk things over.
And so far, Terrence Shannon with only 3 points.
Not too many touches, huh?
In the game.
Not too many touches.
Well, not too many touches, and not really getting the ball in good scoring position. Like I said, sometimes you can't really rely on the guys and just go one-on-one. You might have to set them up so they can get the ball on the move, or they can get open for a wide-open shot.
As Omanzi gets one, but unable to stick it, and the rebounding problem, nothing but white shirts inside. Here's Cortez, top of the keyhole area. Fontaine thought about getting into position downstairs, but Cortez breaks loose. Arboleda just couldn't handle it.
Talk about picking up garbage and turning it into goal. That's the second time that Ali Peak was able to pick up a fumbled pass.
13-point lead. This is the biggest lead enjoyed by the ACES. Arboleda unloads. It won't drop in. Lala, what do you have? Let's go to Lala Roque. Lala? I don't think your mic is on. Si Lala... Okay, let's go to Lala later. In the meantime... Okay, meron na, Lala.
Meron na. Hi, Sev and Coach Norman. I heard you mention about that Terrence Shannon a while ago. He just made 3 points, and medyo napansin natin that his offensive play dropped since bago na ng coaching staff. But I talked to Coach Bonnie a while ago. Actually, he's encouraging Terrence to make that outside shots. Pero ito talagang style kasi itong si Shannon is to drive in the basket. At sinasabi nga niya, kailangan daw gawin niya tong shots na to outside wherever and tulungan din yung team sa defensive play. Ang sinasabi niya, yung system na bottle ginagamit niya, hindi naman daw nagbago na ginagamit ni Coach Derek before. Ang kanilang daw dinagdag ay that the roles of the players and the fast break. And that's my report. Now, back to you, Seb and Coach Norman.
Thanks a lot, Lala, for that informative update. In the meantime, Jerry Codinera gets it in a familiar spot, but unable to score. Cortez putting on a dribbling clinic. Aliado open.
Yes, Don Aliado here in the first half is red hot.
Aliado has had a very good first quarter of 11 points.
Well, going back to what Lala talked about, he's really correct. I mean, Shannon really has to make some outside shots to keep the defense honest. But you might want to set some plays so he can catch the ball on the move. You can see it's so difficult if he just tries to back his man, and the help defense is going to come in.
And I think what's happening is what he likes to do as a player. And Shannon seems to have a door shut on him every time he makes an attempt.
Give him that shot. They do not double team him either, so they figure he's going to come to the basket anyway. And then once he gets near the lane area, they come down and help.
In the meantime, Rob Duat checks in together with Don Camaso. Aliado and Arrigo sit down. 2:23 to play. 22-8. FedEx is really groping for form.
And John Ferrios has checked into the game for Jerry Codinera.
Ferrios blocks the missed
what a
free throw. Good turn.
And we had everybody flying on that play with a good pump fake.
And finally, FedEx jumps into the double-digit zone. Cortez, hold of pass. It's on the ground. Fontaine can't shoot. Cortez swatted by Rodriguez.
Oh, the human eraser pinned that ball.
One of the most helter-skelter kind of situations we have seen for quite a spell. I thought Cortez also had this.
Well, true to form, Coach Bonnie Garcia has already used 9 players, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Referees will call the action.
There was a lot of talk, Seb, about FedEx wanting to use 13 players per game. The entire local lineup plus the import.
You know, I think on the subject, if they want to go that way, then they go that way.
Why not?
Yes. Nothing.
It's the manager requesting it, so.
There's nothing, as far as I know, and the little that I know of the Constitution of the Philippines, there is no law that says you can. But, you know, it's a style. And FedEx was hoping to implement that, and I think they are managing to get that underway. Fontaine.
Well, the game is getting quite physical inside, particularly when you have Arboleda and Roger Yap as guards out there for the FedEx team.
Okay, 22-10 is the count right now. 1 minute and 27 to go. We are still in the first quarter.
Well, Terrence Shannon has not scored very many points, but neither has Isaac Fontaine, as Shannon's done a pretty good job defensively.
Fontaine tries to shake up Shannon. Camaso's outside attempt does not work, and here comes Cortez. Everybody is in the shaded area. There may have been a foul there. Duwat was clobbered. Penetration by Yap.
Oh!
Shannon with a no-fear slam dunk. Brought to you by No Fear Jeans USA. Live your dreams. And what a slamma jamma. And Tim Cone.
Of course, Coach Tim Cone not happy because his players are very slow coming back on defense.
You sound nostalgic.
I can still jump, Seth.
But you sound nostalgic. You can still jump. I'm sure you can.
Everybody can. Good steal by Roger Yap.
Roger Yap, well, good defensive hand. Shannon shot kisses the iron. Here's Cortez. Camaso top of the keyhole area. Shot clock is reduced to 7. Duwat is in a bind, sends it outside to Cortez. Can't sink it. Shannon clears it. Yap shoots a 3. With what Alaska was doing.
Well, Alaska played good defense, and a lot of that defense led to good offense on the other end as they've tried to push the ball up quickly. It's actually Alaska who's running a quicker pace in this game than FedEx.
The shot does not work. Omanzi, or rather Terrence Shannon, has to make the attempt. It does not work.
And that's another case of him going to get the basketball. That time getting the offensive rebound.
Okay, it's 22-12.
Actually, you can have two types of imports. One who has to have the ball all the time and go in a one-on-one situation. Then you have guys who move without the basketball, so when they do get it, they're already in a position to score.
Lala Roque has just fired 2 t-shirts into the 3 t-shirts into the audience. She has a Monterey courtside update.
You have 7, Coach Norman. Well, Coach Bonnie said to his players that he will apply full court pressure dito sa Alaska. At pinaalala niya, pahirapan naman natin ng konti. Mukhang hindi sila nahihirapan sa atin. And of course, he particularly mentioned Ali Peak. They have to guard Ali Peak, especially inside, down low. At kailangan daw, well, depensahan nila yon ng 2-man team. And that's my Monterey courtside update. Back to you, 7, Coach Norman.
Thank you very much. Suddenly, it's 22-16. FedEx is trying to get its act going already. It has scored 4 straight points.
Last time they did it with defense as Arboleda got the steal.
Open shot, contained. It circles out. Here's Yap. Sept slows it down, accelerates over to Shannon. Close range, he's deadly.
And now the fast-breaking game of FedEx has started to pick up here in the second quarter.
You know, that is their strength as a unit. It is their ability to run. In the meantime, Aliado and File will make an appearance. File's first appearance here today, second for Aliado. They pull out Camaso and Peak.
Well, actually, FedEx has been a running team the entire year. Even under Coach Derek Pumaran, they were out and running in the first two conferences. But a lot of that came off of their defense. They're very good at turning defense into offense.
Fontaine is rejected.
And the FedEx team, they're questioning that call.
Number 16.
It's the third time that Ike Fontaine has had his shot blocked here in the first half.
22-18 is the count. You know, I think the reaction, okay, is also because they are in some kind of momentum going on right now. There's some reactions that are isolated, and there are some that are part of momentum.
And it was Omazi who blocked the shot, who is known for his shot blocking ability. That's why we call him the human eraser.
And look at this, Fontaine takes care of that. You're in the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 23-18 is the count. 10 and 28 to go. Alaska leading by as much as 15. And Shannon keeps the run of FedEx going.
And that's what happens when you get a couple of layups close to the basket. Now you have a lot more confidence in that outside shot.
Almost a 16-1 run now since that quarter ended, or since the time the lead was established. And look at this. Fontaine keeping the Alaska attack alive. That will not connect. And 9:44 to go. And a foul is called against Arboleda. 25-20 ang ating score. That will not work. Some behemoths are inside, and notably EJ5 can't take it. EJ says, "Lemay, I tiptoe."
Total domination of the rebounds by the big guys. Look at EJ. He's learned how not to bring the basketball down. Chumba, hunting Chumba on the shot, though. Give EJ credit.
You know, Rodriguez ended up with his third personal foul in that sequence. File completes the three-point play, and Alaska now maintains an 8-point lead. Here's Yap. Three defensive men in front of him. Don't forget, Timex is our official timer here at the PBA. And do check out the nearest Timex outlet for the change in the lineup.
Marvin Altaguera has checked in for FedEx, and Cortez and Arrigo are back in for Alaska.
Yes. Altaguera, of course, first made the name for himself as a USD Tiger. Yup. There's Arboleda shooting.
Yes.
Just a 2. And 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Oh, Terrence Shannon is getting a rest now for FedEx. Good, great move by Kablai.
Can he go all the way with it? No, Aliado's there to the rescue.
You can understand why Aliado has not taken a rest here in the first half. Oh, nobody home.
Don't forget, Fundador Brandy by name. And the Aces want to talk things over.
But Alaska had 25 rebounds, only 13 for FedEx. Made a big difference in the score. This quarter, 3 out of 9 for Alaska, 5 out of 8 for FedEx.
In the meantime, Arrigo sends it to Aliado. This is a familiar Alaska play. Now they sort of, from FedEx perspective, sort of realize that play has been burning them. File was a turnaround shot. There's
Aliado.
Yes. Renren Ritualo clears. Two Lasalites at each other, former teammates. 30-24, 7 minutes and 58 seconds to go.
Well, Alaska forcing all pick and rolls baseline. Oh, nice move.
That's a nice move.
Yeah, good pivot there by Yancey.
I think that's a lesson wherein you don't really have to grind all that hard sometimes for a basket. Just sometimes being graceful can be beneficial.
And he's left-handed, so he actually pivoted right to his left hand, right off the backboard.
7:28 to go. 4-point Alaska advantage, and they're in possession with 3 on their shot clock. Cortez is clipped.
Well, Cortez always searching for the opening.
And usually manages to find a way out of difficult situations.
Well, he is one point guard who can penetrate and finish.
And is a member of dying breed that likes knee-high socks.
Fanboy Lim style, huh?
Yes. Noy Castillo. Meantime, Cortez steals the first. And Mike has given them a 5-point lead.
Oh, a short rest for Isaac Fontaine, and he's back in for Kablai. Terrence Shannon continues to rest on the bench for FedEx.
Again, earlier today, we had Doc and Tex winning 89-81 against Santa Lucia Realty. And Santa Lucia dropping just its second game in 6 starts.
But they still have total control of Group A.
Yes. From the door, Brandy by name. Here's Ferriols. Gets tied up, but behind the back pass goes awry.
And that occurred because Ferrios was being double-teamed by the man of Arboleda. Arboleda was wide open on the 3-point line.
You know, Tim Cohn's constant shouting is really to encourage his team to maintain a certain level, a certain energy, keep the energy up, especially on the defensive end.
Well, he also remembers the run they just had in the last 2 conferences where they won 3rd and 1st place, and they're just not playing that type of basketball right now.
Oh, good point.
So he's demanding more out of his players.
As Fontaine has a running shot, you know, the PBA is structured to play 10 months of the year.
And 3 conferences,
Yes.
so that's a roller coaster ride.
Yes.
So, like we always say, the 3rd conference is the best one to win because at the end of the conference you get a chance to rest. But if you win conference number 1 or conference number 2, you have to get ready to play right away.
This is a congested situation in terms of spacing, but Ritualo used them as screens instead. 8-point lead by Alaska. Aliado. Cortez.
There he is again, looking for the opening.
Ritualo. Arboleda. Thinking pass. You know, when Arboleda is in the middle of the fast break, which is very often, he will opt to most likely shoot. But when he's on the wing, expect him to pass.
And he waited to the last moment, which is exactly what you should do. Make the defensive man commit before you pass the ball off.
Near foul by Arboleda. Arrigo keeping his composure. Missing the shot, however. EJ foul. Tiptoe shot does not work. Here comes Ren. Wide open 3. Kaboom!
Yeah. One of the few guys in the league said where you just allow him to take that shot because he can knock it down at any time.
Yes, and you know, when he can get his points in a cluster, he can be Mr. Rapid Fire. This EJ foul. Somebody's trying to ball hawk. That was Arboleda. No look pass downstairs. Turn around. Arrigo.
And EJ having eyes on the side of his head, being able to find Arrigo.
Ferriol shoots against Aliado. Yes. We have not missed in our last 4 attempts. I'm talking about sides.
Well, that's what we were expecting.
Considering the sputtering start by both squads in the first quarter. Settled down. It's a 33 second quarter. 4:40 to go. Aliado looking inside. Gets it over to Arrigo. Arrigo with a turnaround. Ayao. Follow-up. Ayao.
Traveling. Don Ayado took a couple of steps there after he got the rebound.
Liam waltzed in front of the FedEx bench. EJ. Hello.
That's normally a move we associate Marlo Aquino with.
Like EJ says, I have my version.
Yes, he did it with the left hand, not the right.
38-33, down to 4 minutes here in the quarter. Second. What happened? There's a whistle. Yes.
Acting foul on number 31 on Arrigo. His first two on Alaska.
The foul is on Arrigo, his first.
Like everybody froze on the play. Nobody heard the whistle.
Yes. It's our winning Alboleda on the line. Pete Velasquez is down to 4. Gabriel Menezes makes his second appearance. Some new faces, but we have seen already action in the game. We've got Peak, we've got Kablai, and Duat. Arrigo sits down, File sits down, Cortez sits down in the ice cooler there.
Well, you can honestly say that Winnie Arboleda has definitely improved in his second year in the league. I mean, he's always had the energy and the aggressiveness, but he's played a lot smarter this year. He's done a good job of quarterbacking his team.
There were times when he was out of control, really. Just buoyed up by his enthusiasm to really do well. Settled down. Penetration. Kick out. Fontaine. High looper. Volleyball time. Duat can't control it. Recycled offense. Aliado.
Oh, a lot of contact on that play.
Yes. Alaska fans yelling, screaming for a foul. Fontaine. Difficult turning around. There's a follow-up that does not work. Aliado's down on the deck.
So many offensive rebounds for Alaska. Rebound advantage for Alaska at halftime.
I think that's why Tim Cohn is applauding. He's not worried about the call or non-call of fouls in that situation, in those series of sequences. He was more in tirelessly. Peak, Duat,
another offensive rebound.
And it is a 40-35 second quarter. Inside we go. Turnaround shot. Tumama sa kanto. 2:44 na lang po. Risk pass. Ali Peak loves to use that left foot of his jab step. And Ali Peak sings the jumper. And it is now 42-35. Retualo.
A quick reply coming from FedEx as both teams seem to be answering one another.
You know, when Retualo has that scowl of his, when he has those eyebrows,
Could have been a backing
like
violation.
a backing violation, yes. Duat scores.
That's actually the second time we've seen that play. They go back door and they get an easy layup.
Here's Retualo, long, yes!
You can't blame the defensive man. He's right there on top of Retualo, but when Renren gets hot, it's difficult to stop him.
He is now at rapid fire mode with 9 points. Jerome Harris, who made an entry earlier. Retualo begging for the ball. Give it to me! But he won't make it on the strip. Malayo pa ang last shot time dahil 1-19 pa tayo. And that's why Tim Cohn was telling his troops, push, push, push. Ali Peak looking to pass first. Ali has it Agnew. Got it.
Well, Tim Cohn likes this matchup of Ali Peak and Yancy Del Campo.
Duat ends up with his second personal foul. This quarter just blown by us.
Really blown by, correct.
Let's take a look at the AV assist board.
A lot of those assists for FedEx coming here in the second quarter. Actually, 9 of those 11 assists. That's why their scoring total has really gone up here.
Noble tapping the pass away. Opportunity for Alaska to increase its lead. Noble deep under the sea, kicks it out. Ali Peak. Noble juggles. He's trapped. Shot clock at 9. Tablay sees daylight. Can you imagine the reaction of Tinton had they wasted the opportunity?
Shot. It was actually Ali Peak who set the high screen off of the triangle offense, which is actually part of their offense too. That middleman can actually come up and set that high screen.
We've got 11.8 seconds in the balance in this first half.
Is Terrence Shannon in foul trouble, Seb? Because he's been out of the game for quite a while now.
2 personal fouls in the meantime.
He just checked back
Just check
in.
it. A couple of Rickies on your screen. Ricky Santos in the middle. Ricky Palou, of course.
Commissioner Noli Ayala.
6 seconds to go. Open. No connection. Jerry keeps it alive, but he was unaware of the time situation. So it's 48 to 39. It's Shannon with 12, Ritualo with 9 to lead FedEx. On the other side, it's Ali Peak and Aliado leading the parade. Aliado with 13 points, Ali Peak with 10.
Well, Terrence Shannon had a big rest in the first half, so he should be fresh here in the second half. He gets the first 2 points of this second half.
7-point lead by the ACES. And again, earlier today, Talk and Text winning against Santa Lucia 89 to 81. Here's Ali Peak. Walks in with Ryan Bernardo. Ball is yanked away, and it's in the hands of Shannon. Asking for it is Bergel Meneses. Bergel starts that move of his. The scoop will not work. Ryan Bernardo goes up with no basketball, and Fontaine pushes it up hard. Touch passing by the ACES.
And without dribbling the basketball, good fast break coming from Alaska. And with Bernardo coming in the game, that means all 13 players have played for FedEx. So the coach doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Just concentrate.
In the meantime, Shannon cuts down the Alaska lead to 7 with 10:38 to go in the third.
And Shannon has 16 points in this game. He's been very productive offensively.
But he's really more of a driver to the basket, huh? Doesn't really take that many outside heaves. There's the scoop pass over to Vergel, who shifts directions. Cortez is guilty of hitting the arm of Meneses.
He is on the injured list for the reserve list for the Alaska team. It's on free throw for Vergel Meneses.
Fontaine is trying to make small talk with Shannon. You know, Shannon's not
buying it.
Yeah, maybe later.
If we lose this game, we'll be 1/2 game behind you. So let's talk after the game.
Okay. In the meantime, Aliado bobs it over to Ali Peak. Look at Ali Peak. Look around for somebody open. Fontaine.
And that's great execution once again, Seb. That's what we were talking about. You set good screens for Ike Fontaine and get him open. He's almost a dead shot.
And Fontaine and the rest of the ACES now lead 52-44. Fontaine has 12 points. Shannon. Ali Peak takes it away from the crowd. He'll need a point guard to bring it up. Here's Arrigo. Watching him closely is Vergel Meneses. Aliado. Fontaine. 3. No, siree. Arboleda twirled it over to Vergel Meneses. Follow-up by Chevy Codinha.
John Ayada was slow coming down defensively. That's why Jerry was wide open.
Our ball game reads 52-46. 9 minutes and 14 to play. We are in chapter 3. Here's Arrigo. Got a good feed from Fontaine. The pass is deflected. Looked like a pass. Shot clock down to 4. Arrigo finally checking the timepiece. Lets it fly. It will go.
Sprained his ankle on the way down.
Yes, he is sprawled on the floor. Keeps on telling his words, foul, so we can get the injury attended to. Fontaine gives up his second foul.
Shot, and the guy is right there under you. When you come down, you step right on his foot. And twist your ankle. Holding his knee. Either way, it's not good.
And
he's in immense pain over there. You see John Arrigo.
here's Meneses. We have a foul on Duat. Ikatlong foul ni Rob Duat. Ang ating sitwasyon sa team foul. Tatlo na ang Alaska. FedEx wala pa. Bernardo downstairs to Shannon. Goes up. Unable to sink it at close range. 8:33 to go. Here's Cortez. His pass jammed. Winnie Arboleda can't get it loose to start a fast break. Shot clock of Alaska down to 11. Cortez sees daylight.
And you knew that was going to happen. Cortez was really challenged by Arboleda's defense.
Cortez has 4 points. 8 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Here's Cortez. Penetration.
Blocks again. It's Fontaine.
Vergel, the aerial Voyager, can still fly. 56-48. FedEx beginning to knock a little louder on the door. Biggest lead enjoyed by Alaska, and they've led all the way, was 15 points. Foul looks like it's one away from the basketball. Looks like it's going to be Bernardo.
And Isaac Fontaine has had much more success against Shannon coming off of screens. Alaska with 15 assists there.
Yes, on our area assist board.
5-second violation. As Coach Tipcombe puts his hands up against his face in disbelief. It's also going to be a warning, probably, a delay a game.
And the Alaska players, you know, it sounds better to me than in Tagalog. Nagsisisihan, no? As where everybody should have been at this particular moment. Something that has not happened in the course of the game. 56-48, because I say that because they've been executing relatively well. The assists help illustrate that, as Vergel Meneses has a jumper that does not bite.
And Ali Peak must be one of the best players in the league and tapping the ball to himself for rebounds. Cortez once again. What a spin.
Cortez has 6 points. Ali Peak has 9 rebounds. Double-double coming up. And Shannon stabs it deep into the defense. 58-50 tally. And a briskly moving basketball game, I must say. 6:40 remaining. Here's Cortez. Bumps from the outside. Shoots against the outstretched arm of Bernardo Duat. Ali Peak makes sure with a no-fear slam dunk.
Well, he ducked under the arm of Shannon that time to get that shot off.
Brought to you by No Fear Jeans USA. Face your fears, live your dreams. Downstairs to Jerry Cordillera. Shot clock problem now. 5 seconds, but they deliver nonetheless. Arboleda with 6 points. I love the call of the bench when they say one stop, one stop.
Oh, hard foul by Bernardo.
Yes, too hard, I guess.
But of course, Isaac Fontaine will learn from his last game experience. Look at this foul here.
Express want to talk. After that foul by Bernardo, we've got Fontaine on the stripe. And definitely we have to go to Lala Roque for the Star Margarine courtside update. And most likely the subject, the agenda will be Arrigo.
Yep, 7, Coach Norman. Well, John Arrigo suffered a right ankle sprain. He said he landed on somebody's foot. And well, sabi ng kanilang PT, they don't know yet if it's severe or not. So far, they have to ice it, and they will know a little later on if he can play or not. So far, hindi pa siya naglalaro kasi masakit pa daw yung kanyang right foot. And that's my Star Margarine courtside update. Back to you, 7, Coach Norman.
Yes, thank you very much, Lala. And talking about the PT, their old manager, Joaquin Trillo, is sitting beside that guy, PT. The PT, Gus Vargas, they are taking on Arrigo. The ice is there on the foot of Arrigo. That's the first solution very often, most of the case. Don't forget, for the door, brandy by noon.
Well, let's hope it's not too serious. Just the fact that he's on the bench right now means it is hurting.
First advice is the ice, of course. In the meantime, Fontaine.
That time, Ike Fontaine getting the better of Shannon in a one-on-one possession. That still was a tough shot, though.
Yes, indeed. Alaska with a 10-point spread, 5:15 to go. Meneses with a handoff to Shannon. A pick at the high post and a foul. Somebody trying to snap the ball away. It's Cortez.
Foul number 11, Mike Cortez.
FedEx shooting 50%. Alaska at 79.
Well, both teams shooting well here in the third period.
Team foul story, Alaska 4, FedEx with 2. Ferriols with a turnaround shot. We've got a whistle. Don't forget, by the way, that Timex is the official timer of the 2003 PBA games. Check out the nearest Timex outlet for the newest Timex watch collections this October.
Well, it seems to be in the game plan of Coach Bonnie Garcia to really go after the post defense of Isaac Fontaine. They've really been challenging him down low.
Yes, and Fontaine collecting his third personal foul as we watch John Ferriols.
Probably Isaac has had the easier task here between the two imports, because remember, it's Shannon who is guarding Isaac Fontaine, as well as having to score points for the team and rebound. On the other side, Isaac is actually guarding a local, guarding John Ferrio. It's always easier if you don't have to guard the other import.
Fact of life.
Use less energy.
Yes, especially because the other import is usually not necessarily stronger, but he has to be the scoring machine of
That's
his
right.
team.
He's the highest scorer on the other team.
Fontaine gets hijacked. Ali P. No? Is it traveling? I think it's traveling.
On the ground.
Meneses. 4 minutes and 26 to go. Do what?
It is a perfect pass by Ali Peak.
And it is 66 to 54. Alaska by 12, 4 and 9 remaining. Open shot, Shannon. Here's Cortez. He has the cat quick moves.
He's always probing and probing,
Yes.
looking for an opening.
3:56 to go. And by the way, come Wednesday, 1st of October, how the months are just blowing by us. The Shell-Tubo Chargers face the San Miguel Beermen in our opener. We'll be at the Phil Sports Arena, and the Tigers take on the Stock and Tex home fouls. Let's hope against Stock and Tex. In the meantime, Ferriols, the ball is lost. Cortez, touchdown, Fontaine.
Well, 2 touchdowns in a row for Alaska.
And now the biggest lead established by the Alaska Aces. FedEx has managed to creep within 3. Millones with a flat shot. There's Fontaine in the box. Double team on the block. And he touched it last. Millones. Looked like he was about to be changed, but he's been hitting his last 2 shots.
Might not be a good idea to keep him in there. Huh?
Traveling. Ali Peak begging for mercy. 2 minutes and 42 seconds. That's all the time we have left in this third quarter. Omansi Rodriguez, we've got Billones. Cortez is all over Billones. Ferriols, Shannon, and Renren Ritualo on the floor for FedEx. Renren shoots, had a good first half. Ritualo, in fact, had 9 points in a second quarter stint. Camaso.
Yes, good shot.
Alaska was trying its best to look for the open man in the series of handoffs. Finally, Camaso ringing the bell. It's 72-58. Final 2 minutes of the third. Ritualo 3.
And that same play we were talking about, Sept, screen across, screen down. That time it was for Renren, and he scored the basket.
Once a 14-point lead has now been cut down to 11 with 1 minute and 40 remaining. Camaso says, one more time, can't knock it in. Shannon has to chase it. Renren says, can I do it again? It won't work on that trip.
Good to be honest.
He managed to get the pass off, but nobody able to receive it. 1 minute and 14 remaining. Duat thought about it. Back to Fontaine instead. Fontaine down the baseline. It's step slashed by Ferriols. Ali Peak will get a rest and file is in. Kablai comes in for Cortez. Cortez with 8 points. You know, Aliado had 16 rebounds earlier, and in the meantime, that's the import matchup.
It's Camaso. As Alaska, once again, they're on the offensive board.
I haven't seen Tim Cohn applaud this often in a long, long time. I think he likes the energy of his team here tonight.
Well, actually, I think he liked the energy in their last game against Red Bull, because they were only down by, I think, 1 or 2 points when Fontaine got thrown out of the game.
Yes.
They actually played pretty well. Then after that, they pretty much lost it, but you can see they're starting to pick up their energy level, their intensity, because we know this team is capable of.
Oh, yes.
We've seen it.
I think they don't have to worry about their import scoring chores, that is. Our ball game now reads 73-61. But that's coming to you from the Araneta Coliseum. Yes, Coach.
Yeah, excuse me, Sept. That always helps when you know your import can produce. I mean, that's a question mark that you no longer have to ask anymore. You don't have to ask that question whether he can be there every night.
Just like at home, you know somebody will cook. Not really. At least make sure that that is taken care of.
That's right. The basics, at least you know you won't be hungry, huh?
Yes.
Another steal.
The offense of FedEx seems to die down at the last pass. And they're looking for the shooter. Meantime, Duat unable to deliver. Defense is all over him. Shannon thinking. Ritualo was free.
It's going to be a foul on EJ Foul.
EJ Foul collects that foul. His first of the game. Penalty situation.
We've seen a lot of touchdown passes in this game.
Oh, yes.
If you watch that foul again on the screen.
And I was mentioning that in the penalty situation against Alaska, FedEx, on the other hand, has limited their team fouls to 3. It's now a 12-point lead by Alaska as that first free throw was delivered upon. In the meantime, Fontaine gets his end of the quarter breather.
And I mentioned about the touchdown passes because if you remember in the old days, we used to do that an awful lot, particularly the Sonny Jaworski teams, the Crispa teams.
Oh, yes.
Throw those long passes.
Sonny Jaworski would do it off the inbound.
We don't see as much of that anymore.
Yes. I think the baseball pass is dying art, huh? Touch pass, touchdown pass. The long outlet. Here comes Ritualo. 16 seconds. Ritualo in a rush.
This guy is a dead shot from three-point land.
Just, it looks like it's just a 2 though. Dos lang ba, Alex? Yeah, just a 2. Look like a 3 though. 4 seconds. That will not work for Aliado. It'll bounce away. Beaten by as much as 16 as to whether they can hold on is going to be seen in the next 12 minutes. Here's Kablai working with Duat, Aliado, Fontaine, and File. That's the scoring by periods on the left side of your picture.
Well, both teams scoring 26 points in the third quarter. FedEx taking the second quarter. Alaska took the first, but Alaska's in control of this game right now as EJ File shoots an air ball.
Fontaine got entangled with the official, but the official is part of the traveling violation.
How would you say it? All dressed up and nowhere to go?
Yes, sir.
I mean, Billones travels with the basketball.
Saw an opening, but too much in a rush. In the meantime, Stephen Padilla makes his first appearance in the encounter. It's a 74-65 ball game as we are 30 seconds into fourth. Aliado, Fontaine, open for three. Aliado says, let's do it one more time.
Well, Coach Juan Garcia has his team in his zone defense.
Padilla says, okay, I'll shoot. Ferriols. Retualo says, this is my version. It just skirts away. You know, very few players that I know really have that automatic green light to shoot, and Retualo is in that list. No problem if he just starts firing. In the meantime, Shannon embraces the rebound. Let's be honest, he won't attack ferociously now.
Well, Rimmer will run right to the three-point line instead of running towards the basket.
Nice move. And it is down to 7 with 10.5 to go. Aliado. Stephen Padilla, Kablai top of the keyhole area. Stephen shoots. Second attempt is long. And it bounces out. And it is 74-69. FedEx has hit a cluster of points.
FedEx still in a 1-2-2 or 3-2 zone. Ali Peak.
They got him on the arm. Ali Peak busting up that zone by being in the right place at the right time. 74-69, 9.5 minutes to go.
A good interior passing that time by Kablai. In the third quarter, both teams shot exactly 11 out of 22, 50%. Alaska again won the rebound, 12-10.
Is Willie Marshall picking on you?
He's trying to.
But he's now with a good position on as PBA and Media Bureau Chief. You know. Doesn't change life, you know. But let's check out the Monterey courtside update with Lala.
Yep, 7, Coach Norman. Maybe you're wondering why Brandon Kablai and John Ergo's performance kind of dropped this conference, considering that they are the key players of Alaska last conference. Well, I asked Coach June about it, and he said it's not because they can't utilize these players with Fontaine in the team, but because they have injuries. Well, itong si Kablai pala, he has shoulder injury. Samantalang itong si John, bago pa man siya ma-sprain kanina, ay meron na siyang knee injury. So I'm sure it will slow him down more. And that's my Monterey courtside update. Back to you, Sept and Coach Norman.
Thank you very much, Lala. And Arrigo sprained himself earlier, and it's on the Alaska bench. Of course, the ice is there. It's a 75-69 ball game, 6-point Alaska lead.
And this zone defense of FedEx has thrown Alaska off a little bit. As they've creeped right back into the game.
Yes.
Only down by 6.
9 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. Here's Stephen Padilla. Padilla, thinking about it, has released 2 shots, no connection so far. Kablai's corner flip, no dice. Shannon has it.
And all of a sudden, FedEx doing a much better job of rebounding the basketball, but bad pass.
And Kablai says, let's reorganize here. Up by 6.
Going into the fourth quarter, FedEx was down by 24 rebounds.
Well, that is a ton of them. Inside we go. The intended short pass is wasted. Shannon Retualo back to Shannon. Retualo had no shot because Tablay had angled him up. Ball down on the ground. Shannon is fouled by Aliado. You know, he was thinking dunk.
Well, they may give this foul to two people.
Holding foul on number 24, Brandon Tablay.
They give it to Tablay. Mike Cortez is waiting in the wings, so is Vergel Meneses. And they will get permission after this first free throw.
Well, we'll see who Cortez comes in for, but you know, you bring Padilla in the game basically for his outside shooting. And he missed about 3 in a row, so you might as well bring back Cortez. Especially since he's well rested.
Yes, and that exchange was formally made. Cortez in for Padilla, and Vergel Meneses brings down Renren Retualo. Shannon unable to score on the second, and here's Cortez. Timex is our official timekeeper here in the PBA. Check out the nearest Timex outlet for the newest Timex watch collections this October. Tablay with a courageous drive inside. Tablay with his second field goal. Down below 8 minutes we go.
That was a good report by Lala, because we were really wondering why Arrigo and also Tablay, their games have been down. Hideo Campo, one of the best shooting big men we have in the PBA, hits a 3.
And he has a collection of 7 points. Brings his team within 5. The outside attempt does not connect him. Ferriols. Don Aliado is whistled for the foul.
Well, the reason why Coach Tim Cone might be a little bit upset about this is because there was a referee right next to the play. And a referee on the outside made the call. Of course, any time a referee sees a foul, he's allowed to call it. Doesn't have to wait till he's in position.
The Ocampo says, one more time, please. It won't connect then. Aliado chases it down. Gives it off to Tablay for safekeeping. Fontaine is in the corner. Tablay to Aliado. Ali Big says, can you get it to me? Cortez. Fontaine. Is there going to be an attempt?
2 seconds.
Play continues. He gets it. And Fontaine fails. Keeping you up to date on the number of team fouls. Each side has been whistled for 2. 5 points is the lead of Alaska, but that has now been jumped or increased to 6 with that first free throw.
So Isaac Fontaine with 19 points. Terrence Shannon has 20. So they pretty much neutralized one another in this game.
Yep. Shannon. There's a basket and a foul. He says, and this is from the perspective of Fontaine, what did I do?
All right. The referee says you fouled him. Well, Shannon has a big height.
And
Fontaine's about 6'2.5".
Yeah, so Fontaine ended up with his 4th personal foul.
Shannon's having a tough time at the foul line.
From the door, Bradley by name. 26 to go.
Tablay was banged on the play.
Ball number 18,
One thing about Cortez and Tablay, though, they're not afraid to drive to the basket
Yes.
and take the contact. We looked at that play earlier with Cortez where he actually got bumped twice, took the contact and still made the shot. And if you're going to penetrate and you're a small guy, Sept, you have to be able to take the blows and just keep on picking, I guess.
Ball game now reads 80 to 74. Alaska with a 6-point lead with 6 minutes and 14 to go.
It's interesting, the defense of the Alaska team, they're actually double teaming Terrence Shannon immediately when he receives the basketball. don't see too much of that anymore, especially since we've been allowed to play zone defense. But they have a lot of respect for Shannon's low post game.
Aliado with his 4th personal foul.
No double team this time. It's going to help.
Alaska with 14 fouls. It will stay with FedEx. 5-second shot clock left. FedEx has 3 team fouls. Spin move by Shannon. Eaten up by the defense with the whistle. Halts the action. Ali collects the foul, first of the game, as we hit the 5:59 mark on the 4th.
Alaska's in penalty now. They have 5 team fouls. FedEx has 3.
Again, if you just came home, and just to keep you posted on what happened in our first game, we had an 89-81 win by Talk and Text against Santa Lucia.
Well, my count may be wrong, but I think Shannon has missed 4 free throws in a row.
And he is now shooting 6 of 13. Del Campo.
It's funny how things have changed here in the 4th quarter as FedEx has become much more aggressive on the board.
And that has been indeed evident as we watch Berrios back up against Fontaine. Fontaine balls away. Berrios attempts just too hard, rattling away. There's Cortez pushing it very hard. Kablai in his favorite spot but decides to pass off. Cortez
looking to penetrate on every opportunity.
Shot clock at 8. Pass is read by Meneses. Meneses, hang time. Foul on the other end. The line is whistled for his 2nd. And our current score is a 6-point lead is in fact enjoyed by Alaska. Meneses prepares for the 2nd.
Well, Terrence Shannon has really been responsible for getting Alaska into the penalty. Now FedEx has to try to take advantage of it as they've missed a lot of foul shots here in the 4th quarter.
Lead has been cut down to 5. Kablai, Cortez, Fontaine, Peak, and Aliado. Timex is our official timekeeper here in the PBA. Don't forget that. Do check out the nearest Timex, the newest Timex collections. That's the nearest Timex outlet this October. They save it from going out and they have a fresh shot clock. Into Peak. Short pass, Aliado.
Interior passing by the big men.
7-point game. Leading is Alaska, and time is down to 4:40. Vergel Meneses gets some kind of access. Curls it inside. And Vergel has jumped into the double-digit column with 10 points.
Vergel seems very confident against the defense of Isaac Fontaine.
5-point lead. Time down to 4:16. Shot clock on this one is down to 9.
That's just way too deep for Ali Peak to receive the ball, and Berrios is going to pick up the foul.
And look at it. Don't forget that with Salon Plus, you can take care of intense body aches and pain.
And those one-on-one games are starting to become exciting. They're becoming more intense. As you can see, the players really giving their all.
With each level, the money increases also. Prize money, that is. And 84.77 is our count right now.
Good forearm there by Arboleda as he pushed off on Cortez. There's a double team on Shannon.
Down underneath. But Jerry is there to rescue the day for FedEx. It's a 5-point game with 3:49 to go.
That's the problem with double teaming. Somebody normally is open.
Aliado got Shannon jumping, but Jerry stuck to him. Jerry with the foul, and he's jumping up and down saying,
the play actually was right on top of the ball. You see him come down right there.
Good observation. Second foul on Jerry Cordillera, and that's why Aliado's shooting here. Limang team foul na rin ng FedEx.
FedEx is hanging around. We've seen this a lot of times this conference where teams just hung tough and then tried to pull it out in the end game.
And that seems to be the problem, at least for the most part for Shell. They play tough all the way.
That's correct. We always talk about that. You never have to worry about the effort when Shell plays the game, but they have a tough time in the end game.
Arboleda, 9 on the shot clock. Jerry releases, bounces up and out.
With the Cortez.
Cortez can't nail it. Ali Peak.
Sign of a good rebounder, knowing he doesn't have a shot, he just brings it back out.
And the graphic earlier on the offensive rebounds, just illustrating what was happening in terms of the action. Fontaine's attempt, short, and Aguiado is there.
And this is going to be the category that the FedEx team, they're going to look back on. It's given up too many offensive rebounds to Alaska.
Shot clock at 8. Inside attack, that will not bite, and it's Arboleda finally controlling it. Shannon baseline attack, he's jammed. Cortez. Oh yeah! And a no fear slam dunk. Brought to you by No Fear Juice USA.
I mean, Alaska has a lot of assists in this game, and the way he's run the team has been very, very good for the Alaska club. So there he is, double teaming Shannon once more.
Vanessa. Jerry is blocked at the follow-up in the last 2 minutes. Brought to you by Hope, the luxury cigarette. Chance for FedEx still alive, still a lot of time, 1 minute and 54 to go. Cortez is hijacked on the dribble. Fontaine was he trying to call the timeout, or it should have been Cortez, you know? In the meantime, 87-81. This could spell the difference in this ballgame, this jump.
Well, definitely Shannon has the advantage, but we've already witnessed the jumping ability of Bly. High riser.
And Aguiado says, I got it. Here's Cortez. 6 on the shot clock, 3-pointer. Not quite a blow. Right side. It creates the question if it's not out of, it's not going to happen. But should Cortez just waited for Kablai to have flown there? That's totally out of context, but you know, he just soared there.
For Kablai's size, he can just jump.
Kablai with 9 points.
We're going to have a tough time.
And Igualo has a even 3. And Coach Norman will be back by the time we do that game in Bacolod in time for the last 55.1 seconds remaining. Now let's talk about things. Alaska is playing well, and talk things now from the FedEx perspective. They do still have a chance, although they have to do something.
Yes, they still have a chance here. And Galit Talagasi coach Tim Cohn, because the last thing you want to do is to foul a three-point shooter, particularly Rinrin Riswalo. He's almost a short thing from the foul line. I'm glad he didn't prove me wrong.
Yes, I noticed you held your breath for a while.
Well, if he can both of these foul shots, then it becomes a two-possession game. FedEx just has to play good defense to get the ball back. So this game is not over yet.
I don't think so. Yup is in the ball game. The speedier, smaller lineup on the floor Ritualo takes care of 3. 5-point game. There's Cortez.
There it is, the steal.
Shannon blocks. Follow up. Yes! And we were talking about the chance to FedEx.
No reason for the FedEx team to foul. They can just play good defense. They're going to get the basketball back if they get the rebound. There are 42.5 seconds left in the game.
Inbound. Fontaine. Rushing. And a foul.
And the FedEx bench up in arms again as they Isaac Fontaine, normally a mid-80s foul shooter.
Secures the first, makes it 90-86. But Helmenes is coming in for Yop.
A lot of contributions coming from a lot of people for Alaska in this game, Seth.
Yes, definitely. In a variety of ways, as Fontaine takes care of the second. 91-86, a 5-point lead and a timeout. I think Juan Garcia still has a 30-second timeout left. And at this point, I think no more timeouts left in the game. Okay.
I probably got dunked on, huh?
Okay. In the meantime, 91-86. Talking of the colors of the Raptors, I think FedEx also has the same colors. In the meantime, Biliones. Look at Ritualo try to wiggle free. Kaplai's all over him. Omanzi switching over. Ritualo fires. No, that didn't have a good look. Here's Cortez. Whips it over to Kaplai and he's fouled in the backcourt.
Well, FedEx actually had a lot of time to get a shot off. That shot by Rimrin was forced over Ali Peak, who played good defense.
And that last foul was on Mansi Rodriguez, his third, and some of the fans, in fact, have already written a result.
Well, despite a 2-4 record, it looks like Alaska might move up to the second spot in Group A if they can win this game.
So far about to make a follow-up of his own in case it didn't bounce in.
Well, I mentioned the last game we did, said that Santa Lucia is like the New Jersey Nets of Group A. I mean, it seemed like the only team that could really challenge the Group B teams at this moment. But you can see Alaska starting to pick up their game.
Ritualo. 12 seconds to go before this is over. They're rushing threes now. Vergel thinking about it. It's offline. And maybe that's all it is. Going to amount to here tonight. And a big win by Alaska. Aliado sails it gently. Makes it a 95-86 affair.